Every day of life, we perform spirituality. And how we perform our spirituality. There is night and there is day. We say people live in darkness, we sleep in darkness. We wake up in light. When we sleep in the darkness, hear what we do during our visions, our dreams. We might be fighting, we might be running, we might be eating, we might be dancing. Everything that we do in the physical, we do it in the night when we sleep. Maybe you don't perform every single thing that I said at one time in one night, but some nights you do most of it or all of it. So be mindful about speaking about being in darkness. Wherever your soul goes to at night, whatever you do in your spiritual form, that's exactly what you're doing in the dark. When you awake into the light, you in the physical, you fight issues in the physical. Whether you're still fighting spiritual fights or you're fighting physical fight or you're fighting day-to-day work issues or whatever you walk in life, you have other things going on, good or negative. Don't matter what we do in life, we are doing things spiritually, whether we like to hear it or not. It is in the spiritual form we perform at night, and it is in the physical we perform in the day. And in the day, when you want to perform spirituality, you have to do it. Some things you have to wait for the night. So whether it is good spirituality or negative spirituality you want to perform, in everything that we do, the life we live, it's a balance. We live in a world that has a balance of negative and positive. So whether we like it or not, or whether we want to hear it or not, it is true. And it is what it is. And you cannot change that because you cannot stop the night from coming, nor you cannot stop the day from moving. We have to live that life as long as we adhere to coming into the physical form. Uh, so we must stop and think before we start casting remarks against other people and saying how they live in darkness and they do dark things and we put our hands in wrong things and do things like that. It is not our place to judge anyone. It is our place to seek for ourselves. One should know what darkness is. One should know what light is. In order to win off darkness from you, you have to know how to handle it. So in spirituality, whether you're a priest or a priestess, you will be taught how to handle darkness. So you must go through all of that form in order to be able to handle uh, those things as a spiritual person. And everyone, I always tell everybody, everyone is spiritual. It is up to you and me to take up that rod and walk with it and help yourself to see better, to understand better, to know better, and to move forward in life. Stagnation comes from lack of understanding yourself and spirituality that you come with that you did not adhere to. And because you didn't adhere to it, it stifles you in many forms because it's in there and it's fighting you to come out. Some people know what they're feeling, some people understand what they're feeling, but you're too afraid and you're ashamed of performing your spiritual life because you're worried about what other people has to say. Like I always tell people, you do not need validation from another man who is doing his spirituality in closed doors or in the open. Your validation should only come from your creator and your ancestors who you're surrounded by. You don't need man's validation to do what you're supposed to do to help yourself. Think twice, look around you, and ask yourself the question, why am I not moving forward? Start doing the things that make you happy, not the things that make you sad.